Caitlin Clark is an underdog. Serena told Caitlin Clark,
I just love that she tries to stay grounded, and she says she doesn't, what did she say? She doesn't have a social, she doesn't look at her social, and I get it. I don't either. And I think it's so important to continue to do what she's doing. And no matter what other people do, then if people are negative, it's because they can't do what you do.
Angel Reese's way of boosting her statistics has become concerning, as she keeps adding to her numbers in games that are already decided and no longer competitive.
this is Angel Reese. Watch this clip. She says the following. Go ahead and play it. She needs a lot of attention. Go ahead.
We watching women's basketball. It's not just because of one person. It's because of me too. And I want y'all to realize that. Like, it's not just because of one person.
We don't get to say, well, Joe Rogan is number one and we are important too, because that's not how podcasting competition works. You know who tells you you're good? The flipping market tells you you're good. By the way, you know when's the last time I watched a WNBA game? Never. Till today. I've still not watched a WNBA game.
Her recent outing against the Indiana Fever clearly illustrates this pattern. Even with the Fever firmly in control of the game, Reese remained on the court, intent on adding to her double-double tally. In the final moments, while the Fever's top players were resting on the bench, she took advantage of the situation by scoring and grabbing rebounds against their reserve lineup.
Angel Reese is playing against Caitlin Clark, okay? They have this big game going on. Neither one of them are the best teams in the league, but she gets fouled, Caitlin Clark does, and this is how Angel Reese, who she became a champion, by the way, in college. I think she won the championship. Caitlin Clark in the championship.
Exactly, 2 years ago.
However, for whatever reason, the audience likes watching Caitlin more because she's more exciting than Angel. But watch what she says after the way she fouls Caitlin Clark. Go ahead and play this clip.
For inside, I think we were playing really hard. I think we went up really strong a lot of times, and we didn't get a lot of calls. And going back and looking at the film, I've seen a lot of calls that weren't made. I guess some people got a special whistle.
Rather than focusing on Caitlin Clark's accomplishments, much of the conversation has turned toward Angel Reese and the criticism surrounding her stat padding approach. As the WNBA season continues, it remains uncertain whether Reese will keep trying to inflate her numbers.
One thing Caitlin Clark does maybe better than anybody in sports right now, makes it about others, makes it about team. Think about it. When's the last time you didn't see Caitlin Clark talking about a teammate? When's the last time you saw Caitlin Clark talking about herself or any of the accomplishments that she has had? Let me give you the answer to that. Never. Never. You never hear that. Now, that's why their team has gotten good. She could have been an egomaniac. Everybody in the league knows that she is the league right now.
Whether she'll keep adding to her stats in one-sided losses or instead accept the outcome with greater sportsmanship and shift her focus toward contributing to her team's overall improvement.
Those Sky are falling off the map in the second half of the season. Why? Well, they got a star, right? Everybody tells me Angel Reese is an absolute star. Look at all the double-doubles. Oh, my God. Well, Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky have made it about Angel Reese, not about the Chicago Sky. Even last night, if you look at it, what they have, Barbie night. We're giving out towels, blah, 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 blah. And when you see Angel Reese, what does she do?
One thing is certain. Her actions have ignited a serious discussion about fairness and respect in professional basketball. You wouldn't see the Chicago Sky deliberately having Elena Del Don commit intentional fouls just to pile up points at the free throw line, or asking Tina Charles to do the same. And you certainly wouldn't find Teresa Weatherspoon keeping a player on the court simply to boost their stats when the result has already been decided. Honestly, it ends up making the Sky appear unprofessional.
She's walking in with look at me outfits. It's about me. When you see Caitlin Clark, what do you see? It's about we. Angel Reese is coming off. Hey, look, won the national championship 1 year, got to the Final Four. The next really successful career, but like most that come in the WNBA, nobody cared. So Angel Reese is coming in, and she's swimming upstream two ways. One, her team's not very good. Two, she's second fiddle to the little white girl over here, Caitlin Clark. And that pisses her off. On the second half of the season and the second half of this game, the team that was more together was clearly the Indiana Fever, and the Indiana Fever routed.
The passage points to a moment involving Aaliyah Boston receiving a technical foul just before halftime going into the third quarter and questions the coaching decision in that situation. It asks if the goal is to win, which players should take the free throws, mentioning options like Lindsay Allen and Rachel Banham, but then claims that Teresa Weatherspoon chose Angel Reese instead. It further criticizes this decision as a sign of poor judgment and argues that it reflects badly on the team's professionalism and credibility. The text goes on to suggest frustration around roster movement, mentioning players such as Kalia Copper, Chindy Carter, Marina Mabrey, Dana Evans, and Camila Cardoso, implying that some may prefer to move on. Finally, it contrasts different player motivations, suggesting that while some are focused purely on basketball, others are portrayed as being interested in off-court opportunities like media or entertainment careers.
I think there's some people, first of all, I think it's jealousy. I don't want to get in, there's a lot of articles out there that are using the R word and talking about this. I think it is pure, unadulterated jealousy. And the last clip from Angel Reese, they're watching me too. They're watching me too. It's like she's begging us to believe in her validation. Whereas the numbers, words talk, Angel, numbers scream, and the numbers are screaming that the fans are coming for her.
Some athletes enter the WNBA with the goal of refining their craft and excelling on the court. Instead of focusing on areas like free throws, post moves, or mid-range shooting, the passage claims that Angel Reese appears more engaged with off-court opportunities, such as commercial appearances. After watching multiple Chicago Sky games as well as several matchups involving the Indiana Fever, the text argues that Reese's double-double performances are not translating into stronger team results or morale. It suggests that the emphasis may be more on maintaining individual statistics than on improving overall team chemistry. It also references a post-game comment attributed to Rachel Bannum, implying that losing by large margins should motivate greater self-reflection and improvement. Finally, it contrasts the game's expectations with its atmosphere, stating that what was meant to be a themed Barbie night instead became a showcase for Caitlin Clark, who even drew support from opposing fans in what was supposed to be a hostile environment.
Should there be a co-rookie of the year? Because Angel Reese is, of course, doing historical things with her double-doubles as a rookie, and Caitlin Clark already has set a million records and looks completely unstoppable, especially when it comes to dishing. And it feels like we are both on the same page here. No.
With just under 4 minutes remaining, the crowd rose to its feet in a standing ovation as Caitlin Clark exited the game, marking her third 30-point performance of the season.
Time scoring leader in Iowa. One person takes it to the finals. She loses, but they had nobody else. And she scored more points in college than Pistol Pete Maravich, who he died in an interesting way. Yeah. So why do you think it's happening? Why do you think it's happening?
You're picking one word? One word?
Is
DEI. Is it race?
No.
Wokeness. Is it race?
No.
Feminism.
No.
Progressive.
It's one word to me, and it's underdog.
In what is supposed to be hostile territory, she receives a hero's farewell. It raises the question, does this even feel like the opposing team's arena anymore? While walking through Chicago, there were noticeably more Caitlin Clark jerseys than anything else. Her jersey is quickly becoming the WNBA's equivalent of a Yankees cap, ubiquitous and instantly recognizable. Across the venue, fans in Clark jerseys and t-shirts were everywhere, creating an atmosphere that felt more like an NCAA tournament crowd than a professional away game. It gave the impression that the attention wasn't on the league itself.
Caitlin Clark could be raising the tide and lifting all boats. And I think Angel Reese needs to take a pill because there is a great opportunity here. And I think jealousy is reigning supreme here.
The passage argues that Caitlin Clark has brought unprecedented attention to the WNBA, drawing large crowds and dominating headlines. It contrasts her impact with criticism of Angel Reese, claiming her performances focus more on individual stats than team success. The game atmosphere is described as overwhelmingly supportive of Clark, even in opposing arenas, where she is treated like the main attraction. It also highlights controversies, including physical play, media narratives, and tensions between players and fan bases. The discussion touches on league struggles, financial concerns, and debates over popularity and influence. Ultimately, it frames Clark as leading both on the court and in shaping the league's visibility, while questions remain about team dynamics and priorities.